Hi y'all, I'm Allison. Got another Once Upon a Book Club box to share with y'all. So we're going to be reading the Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James and opening the gifts that came along with it. I have been really looking forward to reading this one ever since the box came in, and it's been quite a while. In fact, so long I forgot. Yeah, I got this one in April of 2022. I've had it for over a year, and it's just been taunting me ever since. But today's the day. I'm finally going to read this book and find out what's in those boxes. So, this is a thriller. See what it's about right quick. I know we have two timelines, 1977 and 2017, and this one takes place in Oregon, which I don't think I've read many books set there. So we've got a true crime blogger who gets more than she bargains for when she interviews the woman acquitted of two cold case slayings. In 1977, Clear Lake, Oregon was shaken by the Lady Killer murders. Two seemingly random men were murdered with the same gun with strange notes left behind. And Beth Greer was the perfect suspect. But she was acquitted and retreated to the isolation of her mansion. She was a 23-year-old. And then we fast forward to 2017, and we have Shay. She's a receptionist and runs a true crime website, The Book of Cold Cases. And she got into blogging about cold cases because as a child, she managed to escape a kidnapping attempt. So Beth manages to meet Shay, the one who was acquitted all those years ago, by chance, and Shay agrees to be interviewed. So they meet at Beth's mansion, and Shay's never comfortable there. Items move when she's not looking, and she could swear that she's seen a girl outside the window. So I wonder if this is going to have like a ghost aspect to it. I don't know. It's got real world mystery and supernatural suspense. All right, so I'm glad I know about the supernatural aspect of it before getting into it, because I think if I was just going into this expecting a straight up thriller or mystery kind of book, I think I would have been a little annoyed if they threw in the supernatural if I wasn't expecting it. So this is a modern gothic ghost story. Not what I was expecting at all. I am extra excited for it now. So, okay, my first gift doesn't come till page 98. So I am going to dive into this book, and when I reach the first gift, I will come back, let you know what I think of it so far, and we'll open the gift together and see what they sent. So I have high hopes for this one. I really hope it turns out to be good. And maybe this will end up being a good book to keep on your radar for October. We will see. I've got high hopes. Did anybody else just flash on Laverne and Shirley with the high hopes? The ant can't move a rubber tree plant. I'm not going to sing for you. I'll spare you. Okay, I'll be back after I read. Okay, so I'm a hot mess, but who cares? Because the book is so good. I am dealing with an eye infection, so I can't wear any makeup and use my drops for the first time finally. I had a hard time getting the prescription. Anyway, I did get the medicine, so my infection will hopefully clear up soon. And I am loving this book. I was really looking forward to reading it, but I was afraid that it was going to be a letdown, and glad to report it is not. The first gift is on page 98. I'm a little bit past that. And I'm really digging it. It's so good. So up until this point, it's been mostly just a really slow burn of a mystery. You know, there's kind of, I really like the slow pace of it. It's just got a very relaxed yet what's coming theme. You know, everything's kind of peeling back slowly. The cast of characters is very small. It gives you a chance to get to know them, but it's not being told. You just, you know, you can get their personalities just out of their interactions with others and what they're doing. So I am really loving the writing style so far. Like I said, up to this point, it has been a mystery, but there has been some creepy supernatural moments coming in. So this is definitely going to, I think, change gears while still maintaining that mystery element, because we're actually bouncing between four, because you could call it almost four storylines, because we have Shay, who is the blogger in current day, which is September of 2017. And then we have Beth, who is the suspected killer, and we have her POV in 2017. And then we also go back to 1977 and get Beth's perspective from them. So I guess it's 3, not 4. And even though there's a lot of jumping around, you don't get lost at all. It is so easy to follow, and the transitions are really smooth. And I'm so intrigued by it. I just want to read this book, which does not bode well for me because I'm supposed to be editing right now, and I had to stop because I was like, I want to read. But I came up to the first gift, so let's open up that and see what's in it. My daughter just got home from the movies. She went to go see the new Oppenheimer one, and she loved it. She said it was really good. So I'll have to get more details on that later. Although it's like 3 hours long, so I'll probably wait for it to come out on some kind of service. That's too long for me to sit in a theater. All right, so we've got our first gift. Page 98. Let's find out what's in here. It's a good size box. I need glasses. So it's an air pressure wine opener set. And just so you can see, everything came packed in. There's like it's like a foam insert. So everything's in here nice and snugly. I think I'll leave it in the plastic. We don't drink, so there is no point in me opening this. My sister does. She enjoys wine, so does my brother and my other sister as well. So I'm going to give this to one of them, which is why I don't want to open everything up. I want to give it to them still sealed up. But I guess this little thing is a foil cutter. And then, so this is an air pressure bottle opener. It's got a needle. I don't know if you can see that in there. There we go. And you insert the needle through the cork, press on the handle downward several times. So, and this will let go halfway into the cork, and then you can pull it out. So that's pretty cool. And this is an aerator pour spout. So you put this in the top of the bottle, and then it'll aerate as you pour. And this is actually a vacuum wine stopper. So you insert it into the neck of the wine bottle, and then you push and pull. So you push down and pull the pole until the air in the bottle is pumped out. And the pole rebounds automatically. So it'll vacuum seal your bottle of wine. So this is actually really cool. And they do feel like good sturdy pieces. But we're not wine drinkers, so this would be a complete waste in my house. Like I said, I am going to pass this on to someone who will actually get to use it. Beth, she's the one who was accused of the murders. She does have a past with alcohol, but she has given it up. And wine is mentioned quite a bit, but it doesn't focus on alcoholism or anything like that. It's just mentioned and acknowledged, and then it moves on. So it's not a main focal point of the story. Anyway, this is really, if I was a wine drinker, I bet this would really come in handy. It seems really cool. I did get to page 115, and like I said, the supernatural element that I knew was going to be in here. So this is like part ghost story, and that portion of it is quite creepy, and I'm really looking forward to finding out what else is going to happen with that. But here on the page we have a creepy sticker, and it says scan here. That goes along with there's something going on, and a voice is heard that shouldn't be there. So I guess you scan this with an SQR. I don't know. I'll have to have my daughter show me how to do that. And I don't know that I can share that. I never know on that kind of stuff if I can share recipes or these little codes. I'm assuming I can't. But what I can do is look at it and tell you what it was after the fact. So I will find out what it is and then come back and let you know. And I might just read a little bit farther into the book. Okay, so the next one comes at page 154. So, and not much farther. And it is a quick read. Despite the pace being slow and everything kind of unraveling, at a more sedate pace, the chapters are short and they're a quick read. So it still reads like a thriller, but it doesn't have that frenzied pace. Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm rambling. I'm kind of stalling. I need to edit, and I'm just, yeah. So I'm working on the second part of my Aurelium TBR, the second mini game. I just filmed that one last night, and I got to finish editing it, and I'm hoping it can go out tomorrow because I got to get my time blocking schedule done. Today is the July 25th. The clock is ticking, and I am nowhere near ready for school to start. But that's a whole other video. So I'll just say bye for now and be back when I can. It's nighttime. I think it's about 10 o'clock. It's not too late. I did get a lot of progress done on my video. Yay. So hopefully that'll be ready. Probably finish it tomorrow. I'm a little brain dead. And I did some more reading. So I have made it to the next gift, and I am still enjoying the book. The creep factor is starting to amp up a little bit more, and I thought I knew who did it. And a new element was just introduced, and now I'm not sure, but I have another theory. A new theory has formed. I'm curious to see how long that one will hold before there's another twist, and I have to adjust what I think is going on. But it's very intriguing. And we get to open a gift. This is a cool looking box. I'll have to hold on to this. It's got police tape on it. Let me see if I can get this tape off. I'm kind of hoping that my theory proves to be wrong, because you don't really want to have it figured out at, page 154. And I think it's like maybe 380 pages long. But there is a whole aspect of Shay, the blogger. She has her own little kind of mystery wrapped around her. Something happened to her in her childhood, and all of that hasn't been devolved yet. So even if I have the mystery part of it figured out, I don't know Shay's whole story. Okay, I finally got it. Let's see, we've got... Wow, I'm surprised by this. Okay, it's supposed to be not something you would expect in this day and age. The ashtray that is on her dad's nightstand. And this is actually a picture of cigarette butts. Let's see what this says. It's a bookish ring dish. Oh, okay, so not an ashtray. It's a... Sorry if this is really bright. It's a dish for your rings, like whenever, washing your hands, sink, want to take your rings out. So I don't know. Let's see. It's got chapter 1. This print is too small, but it's definitely text on it. Maybe tomorrow in better lighting, I'll look at it and see if I can read what it is. But anyway, kind of cute. And it's like porcelain. So it's not a cheap plastic or anything. It's quite sturdy. So this might actually come in handy. I don't need the picture of the cigarettes though. I'm just gonna toss that. And on the back of it, it had the passage from the book where it described the ashtray on the nightstand and his cigarettes in the desk and everything. And I guess confession time. I am a smoker. I haven't, it's something I've wanted to quit, and, I've gotten close a few times and everything. So yeah, I'm working on it. I'm hoping soon, but I still haven't been able to kick the habit. And let me tell you, this heat wave, it's a good incentive, because going outside when it's really hot like that, a lot of fun time. So anyway, I don't know if anybody out there like me who's been trying to kick the habit but hasn't quite gotten there yet, then maybe we can cheer each other on. And if you have managed to quit, I'm impressed and bravo. All right. So enough of my little confessional time. It always feels like it's like a dirty secret. Like, oh my God, I'm a smoker. Yeah, everything's going to go up in flames now. All right. I am probably going to get a little bit more reading done before I go back to editing. And then I will check back with y'all. I think we'll have a long stretch before the next. Looking. I think I saw an interview. Look in the box. So page 337. Oh, wow. At the very end of the book is the last gift. So I get to go finish this puppy and then come back and tell y'all what I think. Oh, by the way, I had my daughter scan the SQR code or whatever those things are called. It was 3 little words, which is what it said in the book. It was some woman whispering, "I'm still here." So a little cheesy, to be honest. I think the image was spookier than just hearing that 3-second sound bite. But, you know, A for effort, I guess. All right, I'm going to hopefully finish this book. Although I doubt it'll be tonight. It'll probably be tomorrow. We'll see. Bye. I finished it, but before we get into that, I just wanted to let y'all know. Once I took out my contacts, I could see the little ring tray. And it's got the first page of, like, Moby Dick. That's the print on there. So, anyway, if anybody was curious. But I did finish the book last night, and I was kind of... So, unfortunately, when I checked in with y'all last, I had mentioned, you know, I thought I could see where they were going with it, and that's exactly where it went. There was no new surprise character twist or anything. It became quite predictable. I still liked the characters. I think that was the best part of it. The relationship between the blogger and the girl that was, or the older woman now, that was acquitted of the murders from the 70s. I really like the dynamic between the two. But as far as the story itself, it was just predictable, and there was no real, there was just nothing. It's sad because the first part of it I felt was really good. It had that slow, you know, reveal of everything. You were just kind of peeling back the layers, and it felt like an investigation, and she was interviewing and figuring out everything that was going on. And then all of a sudden, after I checked in with y'all, just the book stopped with the kind of the time jumps with the slow reveals and went strictly back to 1977 when these murders happened. And it stayed there, and it just took you from point A to point B with no room for conjecture from yourself. It was just simply, here's what happened. And I was enjoying the mystery part of it. And I didn't really see anything original that happened. It's supposed to also be, you know, a scary book that would keep you up according to the blurbs and everything. And while it did have a couple of creepy moments in it, I would not call this one scary by any means. And I didn't really get a thriller vibe from it. There was no, oh no, moments where you were worried if somebody was safe, because somebody was coming after him or everything was escalating. It just kind of, we were going up really good at a slow, steady pace. And then we have this plateau, and it never left that. So all of that being said, it was not a bad book by any means. It was just kind of like, okay, I read it. So based on that, I'm probably going to unhaul this one. I will end up giving it a 3. Like I said, it was a nice middle of the road. If you are newer to mystery/thrillers and you want a tiny bit of a little creep factor to it, then this might be a really good introduction to it. But for me, it was just so obvious, and I think what kept my interest going was I really liked the characters. It might be worth checking out at the library. Okay, now let's find out what our last gift was. There's one more in here. I know what it is. Their gifts are always meant to be something that's like special to the characters or a pivotal event in the story and everything. So I know what it is. Let's see how well it's done. Here's our packaging for it. This is pretty cool and not how I would have pictured her. So we have a mock Life magazine cover with the Lady Killer Murders. January 7, 1977 is down here at the bottom. So this is supposed to be our main character, but her hair color's wrong. She's a redhead. So, okay. And we get her red scarf. Let me back up. This one I like. As you can see, it's quite sheer. And it's just a sheer fabric. I really like this. And like, which box was it? I'd gotten a scarf in a different one. A shawl. Blue and pink. This thing. This one is all polyester. I can't remember which box it came out of. One before last. A Secret Princess. There we go. I like this one much better. This I will actually keep and use. You could do a lot with this. So I am happy with that. And I like the touch of the Life magazine. That's pretty cool. So on this, the gifts were actually good. If we were wine drinkers, this would be great. And I do intend to pass this on to one of my siblings. This little ring tray, I'm going to use it as a little catch-all on my desk for paper clips and whatnot. So I do like this. This is useful. And it is good quality. It's nice and sturdy. And I really like the red fabric. I'll do a lot of stuff with this. So actually be a good drape at Christmas time. So I think they did really good on the gifts. There were only 3 this time, unless you count that little soundbite, which I don't think should count. The book, it was good. It wasn't great. It was just predictable for me. And that may just be because I've read so many mysteries and thrillers that it was obvious where it was going. I would be willing to try from this author again. And I'm pretty satisfied with that one. Let me look to see if this box is still available while I'm thinking about it. As of today, which is July 25th, I think, it is still available on the website and you can get it. It is considered, yeah, this is an adult box. So it's still there, the full thing, book and all of the gifts. So the next one I'll be unboxing will be this Rebel Heart. When that one is available, the little thumbnail for it will be here. In the meantime, I will have the playlist for you so you can just look and see if there's any other books or boxes that you want to check out and see what all was in there and if I thought the books were good. All right, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this and I will see you next time. Bye.